Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So Scentbird recently reached out to me and they're like, hey, this is what we're all about. Would you be interested in doing a video to basically review the service? And I was like, yeah. So if you're not familiar with Scentbird, it is a monthly subscription service dedicated to fragrances. Now, when you decide to sign up, it's $15, and then once you are able to access their website, you can actually choose from over, I think it's 450 types of fragrances. And these include designer labels, even those that are cruelty-free, which I love, cruelty-free brands like Malin and Goetz and Nest. And these are the real deal. It's not like they're sending you a watered-down version of your favorite fragrance. This is the actual thing, and they send you a 30-day supply. It arrives in a pouch like this, which we'll get into in a little bit. And within that 30-day supply, you get about 120 to 140 spritzes. And of course, there is never any shipping, and you can cancel this at any time. Okay, here's how this works. So you sign up, you access the website, and then you can just search for whatever perfume you're interested in. Now, I was interested in Nest fragrances, and Indigo looked pretty interesting to me. So I clicked on it. Brings up that page and you get to see what the actual bottle looks like. But what I love is how descriptive they get about the scent. Like, listen to this. It's a perfume for clandestine meetings in the hidden corners of the night. Yes, please. They also really get hyper visual to let you know in detail what those notes consist of, so you get a better idea of what the scent is going to smell like. And the one drawback I will say is, even with all that information, I really had to look at all the descriptions, and I also spent a lot of time reading reviews to get a better idea of what that perfume smelled like. Now, one of the things I loved the most about this service is the packaging. So your scent arrives in a little pouch like this. It's velvet. It has the Scentbird logo on it, and it's drawstring, which is nice for traveling. And then you open it up, and inside is like the nicest, oh my gosh, like, I don't know about you, but I'm totally into packaging lately. I want nice packaging. Oh, this packaging, I'm in love. Okay, so here's how it arrives. And then to access the fragrance, you just twist it up. And then you're able from there to spritz yourself silly. And when you're done, just twist it back and you're good to go. And one thing I really appreciate about this is that the fragrance comes in a glass bottle. It's not plastic. Now, here's why I'm intrigued by this. Okay, so when I go into, let's say, Sephora, and I want to sample a perfume, this is the vial they're giving me. Now, okay, like, obviously, I'm gonna get more than like 2 spritzes out of this. It's a nice little size, but I'm just, you know, it's like not that much product, in my opinion, to really allow you to get to know a fragrance, because let's face it, sometimes you smell something in the bottle and it's not gonna smell the same as it would on your skin. So I like to kind of test it out, take it for a test drive, to wear it for, I don't know, maybe like a month or so, and see if I like it, if it's jiving with my skin, if it's something that after 30 days I'm still gonna get into. Because at this point in my life, I'm just not into throwing $100 at a bottle of perfume that I'll probably never make a dent in, and chances are by the time it actually, you know, starts to diminish in terms of how much is left in there, more than likely I've moved on and I'm into another fragrance. My taste in fragrances has changed dramatically, just like it does with clothing. Like, how many times do you look at your closet and think, what in God's name was I thinking when I purchased this shirt? Because it's nothing you would wear, you know, 2 years later. Now, I recently went through a massive perfume declutter. I should have filmed it, but I was in one of those moods, literally on a rampage, just to get stuff out of the house that I was not using anymore. That included perfumes. And I'm looking at about 8 bottles that I wasn't using, one of which was so old. I think it was given to me in like 2004. There was so much left in the bottle that I was never gonna use. And you know, each of them, I'd like pick it up, I'd take a whiff, and I'd think, no. And the reason being is because my tastes in scents have changed over the years. Again, just like our tastes in clothing change all the time. So unfortunately, I'm throwing away each bottle thinking that's money down the drain, money down the drain, money down the drain. The other thing I totally appreciate about this is just how travel friendly it is, because let's face it, there's no way in hell I'm bringing a traditional bottle of perfume with me, whether I'm throwing it into my suitcase to go traveling on an airplane, or even if I'm just going over to my boyfriend's house for the night. If I throw this in a travel bag, I'm guaranteed a disaster. I'm gonna break it, it's gonna spill everywhere. No way. Whereas obviously something like this, I mean, just the packaging alone, I feel much more confident in this not busting into 5,000 pieces because I've dropped it. So for me too, somebody that constantly changes their mind, this is ideal because usually when it comes to fragrance, I will eye something for a while because I'm not necessarily super gung-ho on pulling the trigger on something that's gonna cost me, again, $100, $150, $200, not knowing if that fragrance is something I'm gonna like for a very long time and want to wear. So this is allowing me to try out something, especially if it's just a new scent that I've been eyeing for a while that I just haven't felt like coughing up the dough for when it comes to getting a traditional full-size bottle. I'll be able to kind of like test the waters with this, spray it on, see if it matches my mood, see if it, jives with my body chemistry. And frankly, if I hate it, then I'm only out 15 bucks instead of having coughed up a couple $100 for a normal bottle of perfume and then being like, I'm over it. And again, as I get older, I love the idea of curating like signature looks. Now, for me, that involves like, I want a signature look when it comes to my clothing, when it comes to my shoes. I want a makeup wardrobe that reflects like how I'm feeling. And as part of that, I also want a fragrance wardrobe. Like, I love the idea of signature scents. So if you want to give Scentbird a go, they have given me a discount code that I will have in the description box as well as on the screen, and it is 30% off your first order. So basically, instead of paying 15 bucks your first month, you're only paying 10 bucks. So that is it. Thank you so much to Scentbird for reaching out to me to ask if I'd like to partner with them on this video. And you guys, leave me a comment below, because when I was going through my own perfume collection that I was like chucking into the garbage, so many scents reminded me of something that I just, whether it was a really bad relationship, a terrible date, a weird period in my life, or just like whatever. I love those types of stories because when you get a whiff of a cologne or a perfume, it's either hit or miss. Either you're like, oh my gosh, yes, or you're like, oh dear God, no. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.